Okay, good morning to all of you. Okay, today we will have our new topics, okay, for the world time zone and elapsed travel times, okay. So this is a new topic which is that it's under topic number 5, which is that we already covered previously. We already covered 4 topic, which is the marketing and selling travels with geography, understanding and reading maps, as well as the 3-letter code, and also last week we already covered about planning travel itinerary. So like for example, last week what already covered, we covered about the basics thing when you want to plan a travel itinerary, and then also what are the guidelines when you want to plan the air itinerary. So travel itineraries and air itinerary are two different things, okay. Travel itinerary is about the when you try to plan the itinerary, it's just what we call the activities of the tourists while they're using your package. But to the air itinerary is about the what we call the with the within the destination, okay, and the destination as well as the origin and the destination of the tourist, which is that they're using the air transport, air transportation, which is the airline lah. Okay, so inside of planning travel itinerary, there are 5 criteria or 5 guidelines, basic guidelines that you should remember, which is that PRIDE, which is pace, routine, interest, detail, as well as the energy. So it's all about the guideline that you can use to plan the itinerary, which is that you look in the perspective of the tourist itself, not only on yourself, which is that when you plan, you need to think about them. It's not about you, not that what you want to be in the itinerary, is about what your tourists want to have in the itineraries, okay. As well as the air itineraries also, you need to ask you can give your suggestion, but the last decision is come from your customer, which airline they want and which route they would like to choose during their journey, okay. So today when you plan the itineraries, okay, when you know already that how to plan the itineraries, okay, especially if you involve of planning a trip in the other country which is not in our region or not in the same state, okay, so they have a different time zone, okay. So they have a different time zone, which is that you as a people in, especially in the tourism industry, okay, you should able to know that, you should able to understand it in order to explain to your customer. Because of what, our time, and for example now in Malaysia we are in daytime, but what in London, so maybe they are now is night, okay. So because of they have different 8 hours compared to us, okay. So for today I will explain to you more details and how to calculate it, because there is a calculations, okay. So today we will go for the elapsed world times and elapsed times, okay. So in here, what are the outcome that we will look through is, for today you will learn about the 24 hours clock, okay, why the tourism industry using the 24 hours clock, not the 12 hours, okay. And then understand the importance of world time zone, okay, why do we need to really know about the world time zone. So what is important to the world time zone toward the tourism industry, okay. And as well as you will learn about the international deadline and how to calculate the elapsed travel time between the selected destination, how to calculate the total transport time, okay, how to calculate the different time if you travel in this time, and then after a few hours of flight, and then what time you will arrive at this country. So this thing that we will learn for today, okay. So first we will look through is examining the 24 hours time clock, okay. So you can see the normals that we use is the conventional time clock, which is 12 hours interval, which is using AM and PM, okay. But this conventional has significant shortcoming in terms of travel and the travel itineraries, because sometimes what we call, it's very difficult, because if you just put 9 without saying either is AM or PM, sometimes people might confuse. It's, for example, their flight is 9 AM, but accidentally they didn't see it, they thought it's 9 PM. Suddenly they arrive at airport by 8 PM. Do you think they still can catch their flights? What will happen to their flights? Okay, so because of it will make lead to the misunderstanding in terms of time. So that's why in the tourism industry we are preferred to use the 24 hours clock. So it's more easier. Like for example, you want to say at 9 PM, what you say is 21 o'clock. So it's 21 o'clock. So everybody know that it's 21 means 9 PM. Instead of you need to say 9 PM or 9 AM. So it's AM is 9 o'clock. Is PM is 21 clocks. Okay, so everybody in the tourism industry mostly will use this 24 hours clock, so it's more easier to identify or to allocate the time to give instruction. Okay, so that it will not have misunderstanding. Okay, so next is the world time zone. Okay, so the world time zone, if you look into this, okay, you see the world is divided into 24 time zones. So we have 24 time zone, minus 12 and plus 12. Okay, so 1, minus 2, minus 3 until minus 12, and then plus 1 until plus 12. Okay, so if you look onto each one time zone equal to 15 degree. Okay, so the time in all other zones are expressed by GMT, or we call it UTC. Okay, normally we call it GMT. Okay, so some country they have daylight saving time, which is they call DST. Normally this daylight saving time is only during summer because they have extra daytime. Okay, so it will temporarily change during summer, so they have advanced 1 hour. Like for example, previously they just plus 4, but during the DST, which is daylight saving time, they have been plus 5. Okay, so they have advanced 1 hour, so plus 1 more hours. Okay, and each country have its own standard time or standard clock time. So each of the country they have on their own. That's why when you're traveling to other country, you need to adjust your time based on their time. You cannot predict, you cannot assume that, like for example, today you are traveling to London and then you're now in Malaysia when you you still using Malaysia clocks. So when you see your watch, okay, for example, now if you go to London, it's actually in if you look, your time now is 9 a.m. but maybe in London is now is 9 p.m. So it will be different. Okay. And then GMT, they will have minus 1, which is that 1 hour behind of each. Okay. And then GMT plus 1, it means 1 hour ahead of GMT. So they have the sign of plus and minus is being using for the world time zone, which is that to identify or to allocate the timing, which is either you need to plus 1 hours or you need to minus 1 hours. Okay, so the plus and minus is one indicator to indicate either to plus or to minus the time. Okay, so that is a basic about the theory. Later on, I will show you how to calculate it. Okay. So if you look through here, this is one of the example. Okay, what is the local time and Addis Ababa, okay, Ethiopia when it's 12 hours GMT. Okay, so in Ethiopia, the standard time is GMT plus 3 all year round. This means that the local time is 3 hours ahead of GMT. Okay, so the local time in Addis Ababa is 15 hours when it is 12 hours in GMT. So do you think how it can appear like that? Why it can be like that is because of, if you look through here, okay, okay. So if we look through here, okay, they say that what is the local time in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia? Okay, Ethiopia when it's 12 hours GMT. Okay, so when it's 12 hours GMT. So if you look on here, Ethiopia, the standard time GMT is plus 3. So we know that ADD is GMT plus 3. And then we know that they said there's GMT 12 hours, which is that this one normally is near the Greenwich Meridian. So normal GMT. So is GMT means 0 here. So the difference is plus 3 hours. Okay. So plus 3 hours, what you should do is GMT time just now. This one we don't know what is the time. This one we know is 12. So what we do is, this one is plus 3, right? So 12 plus 3. So it equal to 15. Okay. So that is very easy for you to know the time. Okay. And then so this one, another one is, what is the local time in Caracas? Okay, Caracas, Venezuela on 1st August when GMT is 12 hours. So the chart indicate that Venezuela standard time is minus 4:30, applies all year. Okay, local time on 1st August is 4 hours behind GMT and is therefore 7:30 hours in Caracas when it is 12 hours GMT. So how you can do is the same thing. How to calculate first, if you see what is the Caracas GMT. So Caracas, the GMT is minus 4:30. So now we want to know the GMT at the Meridian Greenwich, which is that this one is GMT 0. So now we want to know the time is here. So the time here you know already is 12. So what you do is, so what is the difference? So how to see the difference is, now the difference is 4 hours 30 minutes, which is minus. So 12, which is minus 0430. So how to do the minus? This one become 11. So this one become 60 because you borrow 1 minute. So 60 minus 30 minutes is 30. So that's why you can get this 11:30. So it goes to here. Okay. So it minus. Okay. So it's the AM. Okay. So this is the time in Caracas. Okay, next is the example 3. Okay, so if you see on here, okay, what is the local time in Damascus? Okay. Okay, is it clear until now? Is it you clear or not clear? Are you clear or not clear? Do you understand or not?
No,
This
we.
one is a very this one is how to calculate the time zone. Okay, so which is that you need to know that each of the country, they have their own GMT. So either you need to plus the time or you need to minus the time based on their GMT. Okay, so because each of the country, if you look through here, we have divided into 24 time zone, which is minus 12 plus 12, from 1 minus 1 until minus 12 and plus 1 until plus 12. So this, each of each country, like Malaysia for example, okay, we have GMT plus 8. Okay, and if I can give you one example, okay, so like another example here. So later on I will show you how this, and then it's because of when we cross international deadline. So this is a very basic thing, which is that you need to know that what happen if GMT is different in the other country. So how to do plus and how to do minus. Okay, so it's what we call this one, they show that, like for example, what is the time in Damascus, okay, Damascus, which is that when it 12 hours GMT. Okay, so you can see here it will be like +3 in Syria. Okay, because of the GMT in Syria. It's because of this. Okay, why it become +3? It's because of this. You see, this map, they have the what we call the imaginary lines. Okay, remember you learn longitude and latitude. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, the things that it shows you, indicates you, is which one is +9, which one is +4. So these words, okay, move to here. Okay, from here to here, you see, +1 until +12 here, and then from here is being come to minus. Like you see the country like Russia, okay, it's a minus. But if you look on Canada, or if you look in United States, it's plus. But if you look on London, it's +8. And then not London, this one, London is +0. The another states here, okay, if yes,
Me, Vinka, and Satin cannot see the share screen.
cannot see the share screen.
Yeah, miss, me too.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
Hey, tadi tak ada dia cakap, seorang pun tak bagi tahu tak see share screen.
Scared I'm the only one, miss.
Wait ah. Wait, I open again. This topic we have few question for your final. Why cannot be shared? Wait ah. Cannot share this file. I think they got something happen. Yeah, I end this session first, and after that, I enter back, and all of you enter back. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Dia buat lawak untuk bangsa pada. Okay, can you see the share screen?
Can.
Can ah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so see on here, okay. But first clock. So because each of the country they have its own GMT. Okay. So when it have its own GMT, can you hear my voice or not?
Can we?
Is it lagging or what?
No lagging, miss.
Huh?
No lagging, miss.
No lagging. Okay. So if lagging or what, you just tell me because it appear to me is poor connection. So I'm afraid that you cannot hear my voice. Okay. So if you look through on here, I have few example for you. Few example here. Okay, we have in a few country, and then the most easiest one I can give to you is like what is time in Malaysia now. Okay, like for example, okay. Wait, I put in the okay. This one. Okay, like for example, the most easiest one, we know that what is the GMT. Okay, so okay, if you see, if we want to look on GMT, okay, GMT, which is that this GMT is to identify what time in the country. So they identify the time. So if we look on Kuala Lumpur, okay, Kuala Lumpur, we know that our GMT is +8. And then you want to know time is in London now. So now GMT London is GMT 0. Okay. So how to know the GMT is you need to know the difference between these two. Okay, how many hours is different? So 8 minus 0 is 8 hours. So if plus is mean it ahead. So now is Malaysia is what time now in Malaysia? For example, now is Malaysia is 9:30. Okay. So how you want to know that the time in London is 9:30? You need to plus because it's plus 8 hours. So you can see that is 9 plus 8. So now the time is in London is 5:30 p.m. Okay, because of even though we are now this is our time in Malaysia. Okay, we are morning. But them are the evening. So this is what you will learn today. We want to know that in each of the country they have their own time. You cannot assume that every country we have now we are 9:30 a.m. So you assume that in London also 9:30 a.m. It's not that. It will be different because of the GMT, and because of this is the effects from the longitude and latitude. Remember you learn about what is the difference between longitude and latitude. So this one is the from the north to south is what? Longitude or latitude? Is the latitude. So the imaginary line. So each of the line they we have this kind of line. So each of the line they have its own GMT. GMT start with this one 0 and go to here is plus and come to here is minus the GMT. So this is a very basic things that you should know. Okay. So later on I will go more further. So is it clear about this? Are you clear about this? Okay, so any question? Anyone didn't clear? So there are a few things which is that it will be difference. Okay, if you see this example here, okay, just now I show you is above the GMT, okay, which means that we know that we know is that country, okay, they only give above GMT, it means GMT 0 and the another country whatever, so that we can see the difference is +1, so is -1, so the difference is 1 hour. But what happen if there is a difference, okay, which is like this, you want to find the time for Frankfurt as well as the time in Tokyo. So there are, each of it, they have its own GMT. So what you should do, either you need to plus or you need to minus to see the different, because like Tokyo, the GMT is +9, but Frankfurt is +1. So what are the different hours within the, how many hours is different? 8 hours. Okay. So how to do, which is that, and then after that you want to know either which one country that you want to know, either Frankfurt or Tokyo. So either here or here, which is either it goes to here or it goes to here. Either it's behind the GMT or ahead of time. So either you should plus to get the answer or you should minus to get the answer. So this one, it's more about that what you can get. Either you gain a day when you cross the international deadline, okay, or then when you see the date. So this is based on the time, okay. Okay, faham tak yang ni? Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay, like for example, like just now, okay, it's similar. Okay, if you see here, how to, for you to, easy for you to understand is, like you can write, okay, you can write here lah, maybe, like first you come up with the GM, the country, okay, this one Rome. Okay, so what is the GMT of Rome? Is, sometime in the exam, they will not give you the GMT and then you should remember. But to help you and for your exam, I will give you the GMT, so you no need to remember. So if you see, the time is Italy is +1, okay, and then another one is La Paz is GMT -4. So to see the difference, it's different. How many hours? It's different 3 hours. But now, where is actually they want to do? They want to see the time. This, okay, they ask, what is the time in Rome? So we want to know the time in Rome because we know the time in La Paz is 0200. So Rome is +1. It means you need to 3 hours ahead. So to +3. So now 0 plus minus plus. Sorry. This one is 5 hours because it's plus minus. Because there is a calculation that how, if which one that you need to identify, which one is plus, which one is to minus. Later on I will show you. So this one is just an example. Okay, so that nanti you pening. I tunjuk because this one is the example in behind. Later I show you this one. Okay, this one first. How you can have this kind of calculation. Because later when you see this, you pening. Wait, I show you the most, the another one is more easier for you to understand. So I think okay, this one is more easier for you to understand compared to that. Okay, so you see here, just now I teach you about the what we call the time zone, right? Okay, so I think here make you more understand because that one just now is too advanced. Okay, because it start with the example. Okay, so if you see on here, so this one it maybe make you more clear. Okay, can you see the share screen or not?
And
Okay. So just now, like remember just now I told you the GMT. Okay. So this is we call it meridian. Is longitude. Okay, 0 degree here. So that's why just now London is GMT plus GMT 0 plus 0 pula. Okay. And then this is the international deadline, 180 degrees longitude. Okay. Here. So you can see each of it, the other, it have its own time zone. See, plus 2, plus 3, minus 3, minus 2, okay? So if you see what happened when you travel across the international deadline. So what will happen when you across it? Okay, so if you look on here, when you go to here, you will gain a day. And you come to here, either you gain a day or you skip a day. Gain a day is mean that when you travel on Wednesday, actually and you're already Wednesday and it nearly to Tuesday, but when nearly to Thursday, but when you arrive at that country, you still on Wednesday, but in the morning time, even though that time you traveling is already at night, it's because of the different time zone. And as well as skip a day is mean that when you travel on Wednesday, you actually in the morning on Wednesday, and then you skip that Wednesday. You faham tak? Skip a day, you remove one day, but gain a day, you dapat extra satu hari. Ke I tersilap? You faham tak? This one, okay. Gain a day, it means that you travel Wednesday, maybe at 11 p.m. Okay, but you arrive the country is still Wednesday 9 a.m. Supposedly, if it takes you for traveling 7 hours, for example, sure, you should arrive is Thursday, right? But you still, because of you dapat extra, plus 1 day. Okay. And this one, you skip a day, it means that you traveling on Wednesday, but you arrive on Thursday. So you buang, you punya Wednesday tak ada, terus pergi Thursday. Okay? So, if you look on here, if it's 12 noon on Tuesday in London, what day and time is in Malaysia? Okay, so if 12 noon, so what day and time is in Malaysia? Just now I give you an example already. So, you know that the GMT of London is 0. So, GMT Malaysia is what? Plus 8. So, how many hours we different? 8 hours, right? So, what you should do? 12. So, Malaysia is plus, right? So, we want to know the time is in Malaysia. So, you need to plus 8 hours. So, 12 plus 8 equal to 20. So, it's 8 p.m. Correct or not? Okay. So, it's the same day. So, you see. So, if 12 noon in London, what is time in Cape Town? So, GMT 0 and Cape Town is GMT plus 1. So, here 12 noon. So, what is the time in here? So, the difference is plus 1 hours. So, the time is, what is the answer? Sharon?
13, Miss.
13. Why is 13?
12 plus 1, 13.
Because it's plus what? Cape Town plus 2, sorry. It's here. It in this line. Because just now I look on here, it cannot look in the straight line. Like this. So the answer is 14. Okay, Sharon?
So clear this.
Why some of you is like it kick you out because some of you I think suddenly asked to enter back. Is it this the system kick you out from the classroom? Okay, next is 12 noon in, because if you see this map it not like look like straight, okay? It like look like this. Because of why? Because of this what we call the borders line of the country. So that's why it not like this. It will go like this. It's not like straight line like this. Okay. So if it's 12 noon on Wednesday in London, what day and time it is in Santiago? So how to do this? So first you need to find the GMT of London and after that GMT of Santiago and see the difference. And after that either to plus or to minus. So is it clear about this? About the GMT, it is the same GMT. Clear, right? Okay. So this one. Okay, another one. Okay, so the easiest part which is GMT 0 and then how you do you know already, right? So you just plus or minus, which is that if you play with GMT 0 and another part they got their own standard time. Okay, so now I want you to look on the different one which is like just now they show you Frankfurt and La Paz. Okay, okay, so now is we want to try to calculate difference between 2 points. Okay, so if you look on here, if the local time at both points is ahead of GMT or behind the GMT, deduct the smaller from the larger figure. So the example is here. Excuse me. Okay, GMT plus 2 and GMT plus 10. So if you look through here, they say that if the local time at both points ahead of GMT, it means both are plus. Okay, if you see both are plus mean you should do minus. Okay, and then if the local time at both point is ahead of GMT, at one point and behind GMT is minus at the other point at both figure. Okay, the simple instruction is like this. Okay, so how you want to remember is the same one, plus or minus. What you should do is you should minus. Okay, but if plus minus, if plus, remember when you learn the admat or what is plus minus, right? But in here it's different. You must be plus minus plus. So that is the keywords that you need to remember. Okay, so plus is the same GMT, you should minus. But if the GMT is one is plus, one is minus, you should plus. Okay, so please remember that, bear in your mind. You should remember this. This is the trick, which is that you should remember plus minus, plus minus plus. So it's terbalik dengan you punya maths. Okay, so if you look on here, if it is 18:13 on Friday in Tokyo, what day and time is in Sydney? So we know that we want here to find is the Tokyo. Okay, Tokyo, you write down first the GMT. What is the GMT of Tokyo? It plus 9. And then they want to know is the Sydney. What is the GMT of Sydney? Where is Sydney? Here is plus 7. If GMT of Sydney is what? Sydney is plus 10. Okay. So if plus 10. So how? If plus, what you should do? first, when you want to answer this, you kena tulis dulu. Okay, this. And after that, only you do, okay, you know already. So if plus, then what happened to the GMT? GMT 9 and GMT 10, what you should do? If plus, is it plus or minus?
Minus.
Minus. So, wait I nak padam dulu. Because supposedly 10 minus 9 lah, correct? Okay, so equal to 1 hours, right? So now, if you see this, so they have different 1 hour. Okay, so if you see how you want to know, either you should plus 18:30 should be plus or should be minus if you see the difference. So now is Sydney is plus 10, correct? And then Tokyo is plus 9. So they want to know the time is in Sydney. So it move from here. So it must be plus. So 18:13 you must plus to 1 hour. So it equal to 90:30. Okay? Still on the same day. Okay, if you see here. Okay, understand or not here? You understand or not how it get?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, if you see on here, the local time in Buenos Aires, Argentina is 15:25 hours on 22nd May. What is the time? What is the local time and date in Honolulu, Hawaii? So what is the date? So first, how to do? What thing?
Yes.
Okay, how to do? Huh?
Oh, no.
How to do? What is the first thing that you should do? Can you write on your screen or not? My share screen. Can
How to write?
Because now in your share screen, okay, can you press anything or cannot?
Cannot.
Supposedly if I give control, you can.
Oh, Lord.
You want to do? And want to help? What is the first thing that you should do when you get this question?
Find the GMT.
Okay, find the GMT. So what is the GM first? What is the state that have here? Okay, we have Buenos Aires and Honolulu, right? So first you find the GMT for both. What is the GMT for both? what is the GMT of Buenos Aires is, if you look through here is, this one here is Buenos Aires. So minus 3. So Honolulu is minus 10. So if you look through here, what time that they give? They give the time in Buenos Aires, 15, 25, but now they didn't give here. So you need to find here. So how to find? Is minus minus what you should do with the GMT?
Minus.
Okay, minus. So equal to 7 hours. Okay. So now if you see here, if you put the timeline, if you want to more easier for you. So this one 0, this one minus 3, this one minus 7. So now, terbalik. Sini 0, sorry. Sini minus 3 and this here is minus 7. Okay. If we go to here, this side will be plus. So now it's go to here. So from here, you want to travel to here. So it will be minus. So 15, 25, you need to minus the 7 hour because it's 7 hour behind. The GMT of Honolulu time is 7 hours behind the Buenos Aires. So you need to minus. So it equal to 15 minus 7 berapa? 8, right? So it 8 a.m. 8:25 a.m. in the morning. In the same date. Okay, understand? Faham tak?
Paham.
Okay, this is shows that how you, either you gain a day or sometimes you can be skip a day. Okay. Or this one is show the, and also it shows you a different time. So you can see here the calculation. And another one is the Madrid and Winka.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, how to calculate this?
Oh my god. Wait,
Okay, what is the first thing that you should do?
Find the GMT.
Okay, so when you how to write is you write first, which is the Madrid and Vancouver. If you don't know the code of this country, you just write in a full sentence. Okay, in a full sentence. So you need to know where is Madrid and where is the Vancouver. So Madrid is here, on here. Okay, so it plus 1 because if you see from here, this is under Madrid. And then Vancouver is here. So it minus 8. Okay, so GMT minus 8. So what you should do? And after that, you need to look either to plus or minus, right? So
Yeah.
when the GMT is different, what you should do?
Plus.
You should
Plus.
plus, right? Okay,
Yes.
plus 1 and GMT minus 8. What you should do is you should plus. So it will be 9 hours, right?
Yes.
Correct or not? Do like this timeline, okay? This one 0 and this one is minus 8. This one is plus 1. Okay, so this one is the Madrid time, right? So now they want to know the time in here. So you go to here.
Yes. Minus.
Okay, so it will be minus. So you minus because it's behind, 9 hour behind Madrid. So 0500. So minus. Correct or not?
Yes.
So how to
Yeah.
minus? Ha, macam mana you nak minus? Minus straight?
Mm.
Hmm. Others, can we minus straight?
Cannot ah.
Cannot. So how
Can
to
meh?
do? Ha. Can or cannot? Hmm. So actually can, but there what you can do is, okay, this is the time where either you skip or you gain a day. Okay, you borrow 24 hours, you borrow one day. Okay, so it become 29. So 29 minus 9. So can or not now?
Mm. Can.
So it become
20.
20. So what will happen to this date? Is it the same date or not?
No. No.
So what is happened to the day?
29 November.
What is 29? Why you said 29?
Huh? Not 29 meh?
I tanya kenapa? Because you tengok jawapan. Why is 29?
Because
Why here is 29? Not go for maybe 1st December or 31st November. Why it 29?
the GMT is minus 9 hours. So
It's minus 9 hours. Then it become 29. If minus 1 hours only?
No. 9 hours.
Yes, I know. But if you use that kind of thing, you say because of -9 hours. But what happen if just -5 hours? And then the date also will be different. It's because of what? -5. But if +9,
Last night. Same day lor.
are you sure? Hmm?
uh,
Hmm. Why is 29? Except that you said -9 or -8 or what? Is because, okay, you are borrow 1 day here so that you get another
oh.
day from others because you borrow 24 hours. So that's why your time will be less -1. So that's why it become 29. Okay? Because you borrow. You dah curi orang punya, you pinjam orang punya hari. So dia ambil baliklah hari tu kat you. Okay?
Curi siapa punya?
Is because of you need to get another day from other people, which is that you need to borrow 24 hours so that you can get, so that's why it will be in a previous day so that you dapat extra because on your country is actually not yet arrived to that 24 hours. You faham tak? You not arrived to that cycle yet. That's why your time is 29, not 30, because the another country they already finished the cycle of 24 hours on that particular day. But your country still not yet. So that's why you dapat you on 29. But other country is on, sebab tu lambat. Okay, because of you terpaksa pinjam dia punya satu hari untuk know the time that on your country. You faham tak?
Faham.
Okay. Okay, if like this, the local time in Santiago, Chile is 20-25 hours on 15 February. What is the local time and date in Karachi, Pakistan? Okay, so how to calculate this? What is the time? Anyone? Vivian? Sharon? Or JC? JC, are you there? Okay, how to do this? How to calculate this?
Find the GMT first.
Find the GMT first. So first you write down lah. Okay, Santiago, what is the GMT?
-3.
Okay, Santiago is minus what? -3. Okay, and then Karachi is GMT plus
5.
5. Okay, so it's the difference. So what you should do when there is a difference is plus or minus? Plus or minus? Huh? If
Plus.
different, plus.
Plus.
Okay, so it's different of 8 hours. So now if you see like this kind of timeline that you do, this one is -3, this one is 0, and this one is plus 5. So now they want to know in Karachi. Okay, so it go to here. It means you should plus. So it's 5 hours ahead. Okay, so Karachi time is 8 hours ahead of Santiago time. So what you should do is you should take the Santiago time and doing what with the 8 hours? Plus or minus?
Plus.
Okay, you should plus the 8 hours. So what time you get?
28.
Adakah 28, 25?
Tak ada.
Tak ada.
Is it have 20? So how to do?
Minus
Minus
4.
Minus what?
24.
24.
Why minus 24?
Because more than 1 day.
Okay, more than 1 day. So
More
it
than-
will be. So what it will be the date? Is it 15?
16.
Okay, so it's more than 1 day already. So it be you minus 1, then it become 16 already. Okay? So now understand?
Yes.
Okay, the
Understand.
difference just now you reduce 1 day. But now you reduce pula ini, you terus jump pergi 16. Just now you patah balik. Okay? From 30 you go, you gain a day lah. You from 13 you go 29 balik. Like for example today you celebrate birthday, tomorrow you go to that country, you can celebrate again your birthday in the same date. Umur you tak naik pun. Sama aja hari lagi. Okay? But this one is different. When it's supposedly your birthday is next day, but when you arrive to the country, you already your birthday. Okay? Okay, clear?
Okay. Clear.
Okay. So if we see on here, the international deadline, okay. So traveling to the west, change to the following day. Wednesday, it will immediately become Thursday. And then traveling to the east, you gain a day. Thursday become Wednesday. So it's crossing, either you gain or you lose a day, like just now lah, the example, okay? So this is one of the another example. Okay, so we flights on airline. Just now your calculation based on the timing, okay? But now the calculation is include together the transport time. Okay, so if you look on here, Japan Airlines, okay, 31st May has an effective flying time of 9 hours 45 minutes with a departure from Tokyo Narita, Japan on Thursday at 21:30 hours, which procedure on arrival in Los Angeles, USA is Thursday 15:15. Okay, so this one, it already give you the answer, but I want to show you how they calculate, okay? You want to know that when they do, okay, both have the time and the same day. If you see both, you see Narita got +9, Los Angeles -8. Okay, so you can see this one, they know that the time that the landing at Los Angeles is 14:15. But now we want to know what when the 14:15 in London, what is the time is in Narita. So the Narita is 0430. So they want to show you the calculations. Okay, they give you the answer already. Both have. Okay. So same goes to here, which is that flight AF033 leave Paris at 12:30 on Tuesday and arrive in Montreal, okay, 13:55 on the same day. What is the transport? This one first you need to find the GMT, and after that you convert the arrival and departure time to GMT. It means that to get a both are in the same GMT. There is no plus or minus GMT, all in the same GMT. Okay, so what you should do is deduct the numbers of hours from the local time when is GMT plus 8 and minus the hour, deduct and add the numbers of hours to the local time when it's behind GMT. This one, it involves now you need to involve the time. The GMT is the one that to identify either you should plus or you should minus the time. Okay? Understand or not? Or confused?
Confused.
Okay, just now we do that we minus the GMT or plus or minus the GMT only. But now when come to, because now just now we only calculate the zone. But now what we want to do is we want to know the total transport time. If like for example, okay, like for example, if you travel to Indonesia, for example, if you take flight from Penang at 12, you may arrive Indonesia also at 12. So it's mean what? Kapal terbang you tak move ke? Mean you depart 12, you sampai pun 12. But it's 12 Indonesia time. So we want to know that how many hours if that transport. Okay, the transport time. So that's why now we use the GMT, the time that that country have minus the GMT or plus the GMT. Not that GMT minus the GMT or GMT plus the GMT. Okay? Is it clear? Tak, Yuling? Just now, we minus the GMT and GMT. But now, what we do is, okay, first we know that Paris, the GMT is +1. And then we know that when Montreal is GMT -5. So now we cannot use these two to minus anymore, but we can use this and this to indicate the time because both are giving the time already. So you see, Paris is 12:30 and then Montreal is, so both you have already the time. Okay, if you logic thinking, it's just around, if you look through here, it's just around 1 hour, how many minutes only, right? So, but it's not, to think logic is not enough for 1 hour to arrive, okay? So what you should do is, when we know the time, if 12:30 in Paris, so we know GMT is plus. So when is GMT is plus, you need to deduct. So deduct 1 hour so that both GMT are no longer become +1 or -5. So it become GMT in other country, okay? Go to, so minus is 11:30. Okay, so for Paris, and then for Montreal is 13:55. So it minus should be plus 5 hours. So 18 18, 18. After that, how to see the arrival, okay? The arrival, when you arrive at the country, arrival minus departure. So arrival here become 18:55. It should be minus the 11:30. So 18:55 minus 11:30 equal to 25, 7. So you got 7 hours, 25 minutes. So this is the transport time. So the flight takes 7 hours, 25 minutes. Okay, faham? Understand or not?
Half.
Hmm? Okay. If we get one example, okay, flight, okay, you fly with, can you see the share screen?
Yes.
Okay, flight MH, okay, if you see on here, okay, flight MH, fly, okay, Malaysia Airline, okay, so if you look on here, wait ah, okay, fly, I give you one example, MH, why? Okay, MH047 we assume lah, okay. Fly Olive Kuala Lumpur. Pukul berapa? At maybe 12:30. Okay. On first December and arrive Tokyo at 13:55 on the same day. Okay, so what is the transport time? Okay, so how to calculate? So, what to do? First, you need to write this GMT, right? So, Kuala Lumpur. GMT is what? Plus 8. And then Tokyo. GMT is? Tokyo is what? GMT plus 9. So what is the time in Kuala Lumpur? 12:30 and then Tokyo is 13:55. So what we should do here? What we should do to the time? We should plus or we should minus?
Minus.
Why is minus? Because of the GMT is plus. So 12:30 minus 8 hours. So it equal to 4 hours 30 minutes, right? Is equal to 4:30. So the GMT time on when they are their GMT is same is that. And then 13:55 you should minus 0.9. Okay, correct. So which one is the arrival? Which one is departure? So Tokyo is the arrival. 045. So this one is something that not realistic lah, but this is how it calculate because I didn't put the correct time. Okay, I just choose randomly the time, so that's why it get 25 minutes. Okay, understand or not how it goes? I just want to show you how it calculate only. Okay, understand or not? Now, did you understand? Do you have any questions about this?
No.
Okay, you know how to calculate already?
Yeah.
If like this kind of question, so how to do? What is the local transport time for a journey leaving Lusaka, Zambia at 0910 on Friday, 6 January and arriving Hong Kong on Saturday, 7 January, 1450? So, what is the answer? How to do? So, it's the same thing. You find that both are in the same GMT. So, it's why you need to minus the time to minus or plus the GMT and to get the standard time. Okay. Can you try to calculate and see, get the answer or not? Anyone get the answer? What is the answer? Jessie, apa jawapan dia?
Miss,
Yeah.
the answer is 23 hours 40 minutes. Correct or not?
23?
Hours 40 minutes.
How you get?
Suri orang punya masa.
Curi orang punya jawapan. Curi orang punya masa.
Bukan.
And then?
Add in 24 hours.
Add in 24 hours.
Yes, in Hong Kong time.
Okay, so how you do just now to get the 23 hours 40 minutes?
Use the Osaka times minus the GMT 2 hours,
Okay. Okay.
and then the Hong Kong time minus GMT 8 hours,
Okay. And then
and then get the answer. And then
Hong Kong time. Okay.
the Hong Kong time at in 24 hours.
Huh? What? Hong Kong time in 24 hours.
Why then? Because cannot minus one.
Okay. So now, okay, correct. Okay, first, just now you say you find the GMT, right? So the go for GMT time. This one, like Hong Kong become uh, 0650 Hong Kong, right? So is departure. So 650 should be minus 0710. Correct or not?
Yes,
This one
correct.
40. But this one you ambil 24 hours because okay. So it become 23 hours minute. So this one is just on the transport time because now that it plus 20 that you can know that either is your your calculation is correct or not because of what you see is different date already, right?
Yes.
So it must be more than one or it must be more hours. So you see, so it's realistic for you to get 23 hours 40 minutes. Okay, faham tak? Okay, so now we will try to do together, okay, these things, okay, so that you can have more understanding. Okay, question number 1. So any one of you can choose who want to do number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, number 1. So number 1 is very easy. So the answer is I give already 20. And then number 2, what is Wednesday 12 in London? What day and time is Beijing? Ha. Pukul berapa dekat Beijing? Anyone? Sharon, number 2, what is the answer? So to find the GMT, you can Google just GMT London or GMT whatever. So Beijing, okay, if GMT Beijing berapa?
Miss, forenoon
Yeah.
right.
Ah,
Forenoon. Forenoon right. That's the answer.
forenoon.
Ah,
Beijing GMT berapa?
plus 8. Plus 8.
Beijing plus 8. So it should be the same time in Kuala Lumpur lah. Kenapa dia pukul lain?
12 minus 8 for noon, right?
Why to minus?
Because London plus 0, the GMT.
Okay. Ah. Okay, then Beijing.
Plus 8.
Okay, so
Plus.
okay, so just now you said okay GMT London 0, correct?
Mm.
Okay, Beijing is GMT plus 8. So it's different 8 hours, correct?
Yeah.
So the time in London is 12. Okay, so what you should do? Should plus only, right? Plus 8, so equal to? So it's the same time. Number 1, number 2 is the same answer. Why just now got forenoon? Got. Faham tak? Ha.
Yeah.
Because now your GMT, okay, now we use London because London is 0. So either is so that is just the time plus the difference only. Okay, because but if you look on here, the third one, if it is 18:13 on Friday, 2nd September in Tokyo, what day and time is in Perth? Okay, so find this. What is the answer? Tokyo GMT plus 9. Perth GMT plus 8. I think Perth is GMT plus 8 if I'm not mistaken. Correct. So how? This one. So they give already the Tokyo time is 18:30. Now we want to find the time is in Perth. So what is the time in Perth?
$17:30.
How to get 70? How you get 70:30?
9 minus 8, then 18 minus 1.
9 minus 8, then 18:30 minus
1.
1 hours because of Perth time is 1 hour is different 1 hours behind the Tokyo time because it's 8 plus 8. Okay. Okay, so the answer is 70:30. Alright. Okay, number 4. If it's 4:30 a.m. Thursday, 23rd October in Sydney, what day and time is in Chicago? So Sydney, the GMT is plus 10. Okay. GMT plus 10 and then Chicago GMT minus 6. This one Sydney. So how? How to do? So what is the answer? So the Sydney time is 0430. So what is the time in Chicago? Anyone get the answer?
12:30, 22 October.
How you get that? Others get or not? Yang lain dapat tak? Others you get or not? Is it the same
Yeah.
time?
Yes.
Sharon dapat?
Dapat.
Kylie?
Mm.
Others got or not? All got, ah? So you know how to get the 12:30, 22nd October. Devian dapat? Is it you get the answer, Devian?
Yeah, Miss.
Okay. So number 5. Okay, if it's 5:30 a.m. on Friday, 4th January in Vancouver, what day and time is it in Santiago? So what is the GMT of Vancouver? You need to find first the GMT for both. So GMT of Vancouver and GMT for Santiago. So this one, GMT Vancouver is -8 and the time is 0530, and here Vancouver is Vancouver plus Santiago is -3, but you don't know what is the time. So what is the answer?
Ten 30
Hmm?
10:30.
How it be 10:30?
plus 5. 8 minus 3 equals 5. 5:30 plus 5.
Hmm. So it plus 5 hours because of what? It minus 3 because we go further up. We go further up means that from the 8 hours to 3 hours it go up. Okay, so that's why it must be plus. Okay, plus 5 hours, so they call equal to 10:30. So all get or not?
Get.
Okay. So number 6.
Yes.
Okay, what is the answer for number 6? Selangor plus 8, Jakarta plus 7. So what is the answer? It will be
21.
okay. So number 7. If a plane depart this one, the plane arrive in Los Angeles. If a plane depart 4 p.m. on October 24th from Tokyo, Japan, and flight take 9 hours 30 minutes, what time and date would the plane arrive in Los Angeles?
9:30, 24 October.
Hmm?
9:30, 24 October.
9:30 kah? So the difference is 70 hours, right? Correct or not?
Yes.
And then what you do after that? How you calculate to get that? The rest, is it you get the same answer with him?
Wait. They are calculating.
Calculate first.
Yes, Miss. 9:30 a.m.
Yalah, macam mana you kira?
Correct.
I tanya macam mana you kira. How you calculate? Okay, you need to tell your friends. Pukul berapa you dapat? 8:30, right? It will arrive. Los Angeles time. Get or not? 8:30.
No.
Ya. I tambah satu slide. Okay. So how to calculate that one? First, okay, you list first. Okay. Okay. Tokyo, the GMT is +9, and then Los Angeles is GMT -8. So they depart from here is around 4 p.m. which is 60 lah. Okay. And then from here to here it take 9 hours 30 minutes flight. So now if you look on here, you see you need to know that what is the difference between these two. So it's plus minus, what you should do? Plus lah, right? 8. So it's 17 hours difference. Okay, so it's this one means that behind lah. Okay, behind. So it's mean minus. So 16:00 we should minus 17 hours. So you borrow 1 day. It's how many? Wait, dapat tak buat macam ni? So you get here is 23. So but this one is you get the time, but now you need to include this. So 20, because now you know that when is this time in Tokyo, so this is the time in Los Angeles. But now you want to know it involve a 9 hours flights. So 9 plus 3 is 32. So we don't have this kind of time, right? So what you should do, you 32 minus 24, 8 lah. Dapat tak? Is it you get the answer?
Yes.
Okay, know how to do? Understand or not?
Understand.
This one is like trick you a bit because of why? They didn't give the time of arriving, but they just only give time and how many hours the flight takes. Just now they give both time, but they didn't say how many hours. So you need to find the hours of the flight. But now they give the hours of the flight, but they didn't give the arriving time. So they want you to calculate. Okay, Zafan. Okay.
Yes, Miss. Okay.
Macam mana you dapat 9 tadi?
Google GMT Los Angeles -7.
Oh, I know. Because of daylight saving time.
Dia tipu I.
No, it's because of it's summer. One summer they got plus 1 hour, so daylight saving time. That's why.
Oh.
Okay, you need to look either this is during daylight saving time or not. The date. If okay, in your question, okay, put the daylight saving time, especially they put summer. So you know that the GMT, if normal GMT is +8, and then if it say in summer or they say daylight saving time, so it's not +8 anymore. It will be +9 because it must have to extra 1 hours when during summer. So please bear in your mind, if they put, normally the remarks that we put, if they have daylight saving time is very small. So in your question, if your final exam question, if you please read the question carefully. When there is they have a daylight saving time or not, especially for the country that have four season. Because during summer, they will have extra more in terms of GMT, they will +1 hours. Okay? Okay. Okay, so question 8. Try. If a plane depart at 2:45 p.m. on 16 April and from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia and take flights 14 hours 50 minutes, what time and date it will plane arrive in London? So pukul berapa sampai London?
Miss London GMT what already?
0 GMT London 0, Kuala Lumpur +8.
9 o'clock.
All got 9 or not? Hmm. 21, right? Yang lain dapat tak? Others, did you get the answer? Pinka, did you get the
Yes,
answer?
yeah. I get the answer.
You get 21.
Yes, 21.
Cheng Mun, you dapat 21? Ong Cheng Mun.
Yes, Miss.
Kylie, did you get 21?
Yes, Miss.
Sharon?
Still calculating, Miss.
Huh?
Still calculating.
Still calculate. Devian, did you get?
Yeah, 9 p.m. right, Miss?
Yes,
Yeah,
21.
yeah.
Easy, right? This topic. So in your final, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, around 6 questions about this. And you need to write all the calculation because it have marks. You cannot skip all the steps. Okay, number 9. So what is the answer for number 9?
Miss give Africa, Cape Town, GMT, and South Korea.
GMT, Cape Town plus 2, Seoul plus 9.
Two o'clock, 18 September.
The rest get the same answer or not? Jessie, Puyi, did you get the answer? Dapat?
The answer is 2 p.m.
Yes. 1400. So when you answer, if you got 1400, you don't need to convert. You don't need to convert to, because I'm afraid that when you convert, it will be different answer. So no need, just remain whatever answer that you get. Okay. So number 10. What is the answer?
Miss Sydney one GMT is 8 or
10.
10, okay. Seven o'clock, 3 minutes
Mhm.
PM. Okay.
Hmm.
7 o'clock, 3 minutes PM.
20. That 7.
7 o'clock, 3 minutes PM.
Yeah. It's 1903, right?
Yes, Miss.
The rest get or not?
Yeah, 1903.
Okay, number 11.
Miss Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Chicago.
Huh?
Hong Kong and Chicago one, Taiwan.
Hong Kong and Chicago. Okay. Hong Kong plus 8, Chicago minus 6. So what is the local transport time for a journey leaving Hong Kong at 9:10 on Friday, 6 January, and arriving Chicago on Saturday, 7 January at 14:15. So trip includes several connections. So how many hours it takes?
19 hours, 40 minutes.
19
Hours, 40 minutes.
Are you sure? Chicago. 14. 15 hours, 40 minutes. Correct.
Yeah.
Semua dapat? The rest? So because of the time, if GMT plus means that you use the time, take all the time minus the GMT. Okay. If GMT is minus means that you should plus the hours. Okay. So that's why first you need to means that make the GMT at the same GMT. So the time will be same, and after that departure minus arrival minus departure. Okay, all get the answer or not? The rest dapat tak? Okay, number 12. What is the answer? What is the local transport time for a journey leaving Malaysia at 23:45 on Wednesday, 23rd March and arriving Seoul on 24th March at Seoul at 9:09:15 Because I cannot see the time there.
So GMT, Miss.
Huh?
So GMT. Forget it.
GMT for what?
So.
So Korea +9.
Sorry, Miss.
Huh?
So is what time? GMT.
GMT +9.
Plus nine hour 30 minutes. Miss 9 hour
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Betul lah. Muka 8 lah. Just now is 0015, right? Minus 1545. Correct or not?
Yes.
So,
8 hour 30 minutes.
ah. All get the 8 hours 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the last one. So what is the answer? Dubai
Abu
+4.
Dhabi.
So what you should do?
12 hour 50 minutes.
Hmm, 35 minus. Correct or not? Is it this what you get?
Yes, Miss. 11 50 minutes.
Ah, macam mana tadi 12 pula?
Kira salah.
Okay, if you borrow one, it mean not that you borrow one, it's different because if you borrow 1 minute equal to, when you convert to minutes, equal to, when you borrow 1 hours, it equal to 60 minutes. Okay, so don't like you borrow one, you letak satu saja, like your own maths calculation. No, it's different. When you borrow one, it means that you borrow 1 hour. So 1 hours equal to, you convert to minutes, it becomes 60 minutes. So it will be like this calculation. Okay, so dia akan macam ni. So 11 hours 50 minutes. So don't be, because some of you sometimes you careless because you say borrow one. So when you borrow one, like for example here, you pinjam satu, you letak satu sini. Tak boleh, it's 60. Okay, so clear for today?
Clear.
Clear. So any question for today?
No.
Understand?
Understand. Very good.
Okay, so you understand, and then, so is there any question for you to ask?
No, Miss.
Okay, so in that case, when there is no question, so we end our session for today. Okay, so thank you for today class and see you next week.
Bye-bye, Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss.